So let me ask you this. When we were in the Houston process, right? What was something unexpected, maybe even transformational that you gained from being part of that, pitch in the Houston side of things?
Yeah, I think that so I think at the actual pitch competition, I mean I think the obvious answer was, Yasmin meeting me afterwards, coming completely kind of unexpectedly approaching me after I gave a 2-minute pitch and asking me kind of more about the company. And then us exchanging contact info and her telling me that she was interested in starting angel investing. She wanted to learn more. And I think that that was definitely very unexpected and made a big difference. I mean, her check ended up being what got us to kind of closing the million that we were raising.
Great.
And I think that that was very unexpected. I wasn't necessarily expecting to meet someone who was going to directly write me a check at that pitch competition. And I think on the other hand, the mentoring leading up between like actually getting into the program and then giving the pitch to become the finalist was really great. I think I had numerous women mentors who gave me a lot of hours of the day that I wasn't really expecting. I had one, Mitra Miller, who took
Mhm.
kind of like 2 hours with me and sat me through and went through every single slide of my pitch and gave me pointers on design and like clarity, which I never really had someone do before to that like grueling detail, which was so helpful. And I mean, everyone I talked to was so helpful, and I got something really meaningful out of kind of every interaction I had with a mentor.
That's great, Kalen. And I know Mitra as well. She is just awesome. And I can totally see her doing that, right? Sitting
Yeah.
down. And she has so much experience. So great shout out from Mitra here. So your business and your pitch clearly impressed the judges here, right? So if you were a judge this year, what would you be looking for in next year's applicants? What do you think they should highlight in their pitches?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that, I mean, really every business is different. It definitely depends on the sector you're in. Obviously, I come from a life sciences background, so I think anything in that clearly showing how you're differentiated and how it's defensible is really important. And I think that also can apply to any sector. So really what makes you different and how is that defensible long term? And then I think a lot of people focus on kind of like a really big problem. I think for me, when you're like introducing a problem statement, I think focusing on like a very specific use case and a very narrow problem and how you're going to get that first and then you can expand out, I think is my preferred way of approaching it because sometimes it seems a little kind of pie in the sky if you're just saying you're going to automatically capture, every business that does X, Y, and Z. And then I think the third thing is really using yourself or your team as like a key differentiator. So how you are the engine that makes this work and why no one else could do it and why you're the right team to bring this and execute this.